the full moon is here, and that's a time for intention setting, for reflection, and of course to curl up with a good book under a blanket. So in this video I'm going to be sharing some of my book recommendations for books to read while sitting under a full moon or in bed. These are stories that feel magical, a little mysterious, beautiful prose, and a bit emotional. And then I might take you along as I read Under the Moonlight. How romantic. First up, I have The Bear and the Nightingale by Catherine Arden. This book has wintry forests, old magic, and a girl that can speak to spirits. So this one glows with folklore and lunar energy. So it's perfect for a full moon night where you want to feel like you're in a myth. Second, I have The Secret History by Donna Tartt. This is a very popular book, and it's perfect for when the full moon feels a little dangerous. It's moody academia with obsession and hidden secrets. It's basically a moonlit descent into madness. I'm really excited to get into this one. And then I have The Ocean at the End of the Lane, written by Neil Gaiman. Short, strange, and dreamy. It kind of feels like suddenly remembering a dream that you forgot, and it just feels perfect for those moonlit nights. Another one that fits the vibe is Gods of Jade and Shadow by Silvia Moreno Garcia. And this one's about a girl that meets a god and they go on a quest through 1920s Mexico. If that doesn't sound like the perfect book to you, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know why you're here, actually. It's dark, glittering, and full of moonlit danger and divine romance. Come on. Next, I have The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstein. And obviously, this is the most full moon energy book that there is. Magical, mysterious, romantic, and a little bit surreal. Like a dream wrapped in silk and stars. I'm really excited to read all of these, but I also have a sixth recommendation, which is a book that is actually nonfiction and really fits the vibe of reading it during the full moon. And that is The Green Witch by Murphy Hiscock. Hiscock? Are you kidding? Really? Yeah. Murphy Hiscock. I'm sorry. This book is about being a witch, learning how to witch, and I'm really excited to get into this one as well. So let's get the reading vlog rolling. Okay. When I filmed that first part of the video, I didn't know of the existence of this book, but this is clearly definitely a book that should be in this video as well. The Girl Who Drank the Moon. This is about a girl who drinks the moon. I thought this would be perfect for a full moon night. It's about a girl who grows up with a witch. Sounds magical and fun, and I really am excited to get into this one as well. So let's read this one. I have finished The Girl Who Drank the Moon, and I really enjoyed this book. It was very fun, for sure. It was fun, but it was also something to think about, and the vibes were just immaculate. I really loved it. So this was about the girl who drank the moon. It's about a girl it's about a town where they sacrifice a baby every year. The youngest baby gets sacrificed. So as a result, this town is full of anguish and full of sorrow. What the town doesn't know, though, is that these babies that they sacrifice don't get eaten by animals, nor do they get taken by a witch. Actually, they do get taken by a witch, and they live a fulfilling life. The witch brings them to the other side of the forest, to other towns where they just live life. So anyway, this story is about one of those babies that the witch that takes them actually falls in love with, and then she grows up with the witch. The story is about this town and about this witch and about the girl that grows up, and well, while she was a baby she drank the moon which made her magical as well. So I really liked it. It's a middle grade book, so it's for children. But I don't really mind those kind of books because they are just so cozy and there isn't too high of stakes, but they're still magical and fun to read. So I really recommend The Girl Who Drank the Moon. I really, really, really enjoyed it. And then I started on the other book. What was it? The Ocean at the End of the Lane by Neil Gaiman. And I actually listened to this while running, and well, it is so incredibly sad. I couldn't keep going. I was running and the run went really badly because of how sad this first chapter of this book was, and while I was listening to it I was recognizing some passages and I was like, did I already read this? And then after the entire first chapter I was like, yes, I have already read this, and I stopped after the first chapter back then because it was too sad and I couldn't handle it. And same thing still, I cannot. It was too freaking sad. So many sad things were happening in this first chapter, and the way it's written, it's just so incredibly sad, so I couldn't keep going and I put it away. I'm not in the right headspace. I read because I like to be immersed in the other worlds that the books are in. And I like to feel like I am living another life, I guess, but not this very sad one. I cannot handle it. I get so sad myself, so I put that away. And then I started on The Bear and the Nightingale by Catherine Arden, and I really, really enjoyed this. I read like the first 2 chapters, I think, maybe, the first 3 chapters, and I realized this is a winter's book. It takes place in winter. It takes place in Russia, in a northern part somewhere, so very wintry, and I put it away again because I want to save this one for December or January. I want to save it for the winter so I can read it when the outside world is matches to the vibe of the book. So I put that away as well, and now I'm reading the Gods of Jade and Shadow, which I also really like, and it is more of a summer vibe because it takes place in Yucatan. What else was there? Oh yeah, The Secret History by Donna Tartt. I'm going to listen to that one while I drive to work tomorrow and the day after and the rest of the week. I'll let you know about all of that later. I like sprained my back or something. I was just putting on my shoes. I grabbed the shoe and I brought my foot to the shoe. So I was standing on one leg and the other leg was in the air, and suddenly, bam, in my lower back, such a sharp pain. And I've had this before in my neck but never in my lower back. So well, I went for a little walk and now I think I should probably take it easy for a little while, and I thought, let's read some more. So I'm currently on The Gods of Jade and Shadow, which is a book by Silvia Moreno Garcia. And this is, well, I'm on chapter 6, page 55. So it's about this woman who frees a god that is now trying to get back his throne of the underworld, and she is taken along. So she's on a quest with this god to regain the throne of the underworld, which sounds very nice, and it is. It's written in a way that it's hard for me to just keep reading, and I get distracted really quickly because of the way it's written. It's not written badly, it's written... But how do I say this? It's written kind of like an old book, sort of. I don't know how to explain this. I will probably just read some sentences to you when I come across them. But I'm going to sit here and just read for a little while. It was a full moon yesterday night. So we're going to count it towards reading when the moon is full, I guess. But this does really have those full moon mysterious deep vibes. So really am enjoying it so far. I'm only at the beginning of the book, so let's just read. Okay, so I found a passage that I could read to you that would show you the way this book is written, which makes it hard for me to keep my mind, my thoughts, my attention on the book. It's written in the past tense as well, is what I noticed since talking to you. But let me just read the little passage. She thought back to the tale of the hero twins when they defeat the lords of Xibalba and decree that no sacrificial blood will ever be offered again to them, and she wondered if that was the moment when the gods had lost their worshippers, or whether it happened later. Perhaps she might ask about them at some point, but now a more urgent question assailed her. So, that type of writing makes it very hard for me to keep my attention on the book, but I do really like the story, you know, what the book is about. It's about gods from myths and ancient religions from Mexico. So that's very interesting to me. So I will keep on reading. All right. Yes. All right. So I finished The Girl Who Drank the Moon, and now I want to read The Bear and the Nightingale. So I'm going to sit down and read this one. This one was about, well, I already told you what it is about. I'm going to read this now. I'm back. I read the first 2 chapters and I decided that this is a winter's book. I cannot read this right now. I need to read this in December or January. I think it's a really fun book. Probably the vibes of the first few chapters are already there. But this is just a winter's book, which I could have discerned from the cover. But I'm not going to finish this right now. I'm going to pick this back up in the winter. So I'm going to move over to The Secret History by Donna Tartt. But I'm going to listen to this on audiobook. It's on Spotify. So I'm going to listen to the audiobook. Well, I want to give you a little bit of a wrap up for this video. In the end, I was going to read 5 or 6 books. I ended up only reading one completely, and I'm still on The Gods of Jade and Shadow because it's just I've been reading that for 3 weeks. I do really enjoy it, but it's just too hard for me to read it in one sitting. I don't know. Sometimes books are so easy to read that it just takes a few days. Hi. Oh, stop. Girl. What you doing? Yeah. Uh-huh. And sometimes books are written in such a way that it just takes very long for me to get through them. So that is the case for The Gods of Jade and Shadow. So I cannot tell you my final thoughts on that because I just haven't finished it yet. The Bear and the Nightingale I'm going to pick back up when it's winter. The Secret History by Donna Tartt. I I was listening to it on audiobook. I didn't really like the narrator, but after 4 hours, Spotify told me that I had listened to my max amount of hours for the month. So I had to wait for the next month before I can return to that audiobook, which, come on, Spotify, give me audiobooks or don't give them to me. Don't give me 4 hours. An audiobook, 4 hours a month? That's crazy. That's not, you cannot listen to an audiobook in 4 hours. Well, so The Ocean at the End of the Lane was too depressing for me, and I had to stop reading that. And The Night Circus, I didn't even start. I didn't even get into The Night Circus. um, Fiasco, I don't know. this is maybe just see this as a realistic look into what it's like trying to read many, many books, but not having the time or the headspace to do so. But I do still recommend these books, and I probably will still finish reading them someday. Maybe not The Ocean at the End of the Lane, although I do think it's probably worth the read. Maybe maybe it gets less depressing throughout the rest of the book, but maybe it doesn't. I don't know. I haven't finished it. So anyway, if you like this video, YouTube thinks that you will also really like this video. This is the latest video that I have put out. If you want to see more from me, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.